All right, Paulie, what do you have?
I have a 2-minute poll question for you before we talk some NBA.
Okay.
We have Twiddle in studio today. They're great. They're our friends. Let's say you had just won the big lottery and you have the big house party and you could afford to hire any band. This is a total hypothetical. You could hire any band all time to play your backyard, and you have to name the specific year of that band, like where they were at that juncture. Like for me, it would be the Beatles in the late 60s, like the 1968, 69 Beatles. I would hire them all to play my backyard.
I don't know if there is a second option on that. I mean, it is I think you got to take the Beatles out of the equation here.
Anyone else could pick them as well. It's less of a draft.
Yeah, Seed.
I would want to have Nirvana play my basement.
Just your basement.
Just my basement. Yeah, no, and like pack it in with all of my friends from that exact era, right? So all of me and my buddies from high school and all of our friends just packed into my basement in like a super loud, sweaty show that the police show up at and break up.
So 1993 Nirvana?
Oh my God, dude. I would absolutely.
Yes, McLevin.
Okay, I'm not going to be the Beatles hater, but the Beatles aren't a live band like that. They had the best music, but the Stones are the live band, or Hendrix or Zeppelin. Like, the Beatles broke up by the time everybody was on tour. Like, that's not the band you want in your backyard. You want the Stones. And
no, that's not the band you want in your backyard. That's the band I want.
There's not like great Beatles band concert moments. I mean, I feel like
If they were playing in my rec room, Helter Skelter, I'm having a good night. If John Lennon and I are sharing crab dip and he's playing back in the USSR, I'm having a good day.
But the Stones concerts are events like Altamont and that.
Well, that's not a good event.
No.
No.
But their stage show is crazy good though. I'm just saying the Beatles never did some of the stuff the Stones did. They had like gigantic things going on, or Pink Floyd, or something big.
Yes, Seed.
Was it the Beatles playing "Don't Let Me Down" that was up on the rooftop?
Yes.
That was awesome. They're wearing like fur coats and stuff, and the wind is blowing around. It looks like it's freezing out there, and they're absolutely slaying. I would love to have been there to see that moment. But that would have been awesome.
And then you two tried to recreate that when they were up on the building as well.
Like Rattle and Hum era.
All right, McLevin, who do you want in your backyard?
That, by the way, you two wouldn't be bad either. But I want Hendrix in 1968 when everybody's like coming to worship him in London. Remember, all the Beatles and the Stones are like, we can't play compared to this guy.
Yeah, that's when you had the graffiti that Clapton is God, and then all of a sudden they were introduced to Hendrix, and they went, on second thought. Yeah, Paulie.
Do you guys want to guess what Fritzy's pick will be? He could pick any band all time. I'm going to give you Hall & Oates or The Field.
No, I'd go Hall & Oates or Billy Joel.
Wow.
Good guess.
I was going to say turn back the clock to about 1984. Billy Joel's got the piano for a few songs, and then he throws it to Hall & Oates to play their best hit.
No. It's not. You got one pick.
Then I'm going to go Kiss on My List and Private Eyes, and you make
You're
my
going to go Hall & Oates.
Man-Eater.
Okay. All right. Well, as the only person in the man cave who has seen these bands in concert, like Zeppelin and the Stones.
Hall & Oates.
Hall & Oates. Actually, I watched John Fogerty. John Fogerty warmed up for Hall & Oates, if you want to call it that. And then I left after John Fogerty was done. And even though I appreciate Hall & Oates, Daryl Hall has got a wonderful voice, but I'd seen who I wanted to see in John Fogerty, famous from Creedence Clearwater Revival. I would do the Beatles just because the Beatles didn't do things like that. Like, they weren't on tour like that. They were studio musicians. That's what they did in that amount of time and those albums. Like, that can't be touched. You had an 8-year window where it was like Sandy Koufax. You could put Sandy Koufax and Pedro Martinez both in their 8-year window there, and they dominated that. They were just different than everybody else. I would go the Beatles. Zeppelin would be great to have them come back, but there's not John Bonham anymore. So I would say Zeppelin would be the second choice. Having seen the Stones, Zeppelin, Who, Bowie, I would go Beatles. That's just something unique.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune into Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV. Stream for free on BR Live or download the Dan Patrick Show app.